What up? We're back. Today we're talking about products that I actually use. So we've interviewed tons of people. Today I'm talking about the products I actually use. Have fun in this one. Hopefully you try these products out. Have a great one. What up, party peeps? Today it is just me, just Cody, little old me. And we're going to do a little bit of a different vibe on Decision Lab. So we're at almost 100 episodes now. We've talked to almost just under 100 different brands, products, services, all sorts of stuff. If you've been listening, we appreciate you. But what I want to do today was kind of talk about, all right, we've talked to all these brands, we've tried out all these things, we've done all this stuff, we've reviewed all these things. What products and services have made it into our actual daily lives, our daily habits, our routines, like the stuff that we do all the time based on the conversations that we've been having. Today I'm just going to go through a bunch of stuff. This is a not fully inclusive list. I mean, it's only my half. Chloe will do one of these for her as well, I'm sure. But we're just going to do me today. So I've got a bunch of the different things that we've interviewed, or people we've interviewed, and products we've interviewed, stuff we've been sent that I've actually tried, that I've actually worked with, that I actually use, that I'm just going to go over with you today. Stuff that's passed the lab test, and even more than just the lab test, it is passed my daily life test, if you will. The first one is hard to show because it's an app, and my phone is recording right now, so I can't show it to you, but it's the 6 app. The 6 app you hook up to like a Whoop or an Apple Watch or whatever, and it allows you to track your key moments throughout the day. So when there's more oxytocin and dopamine, you're having a key experience and a great experience. That's been really cool to kind of see what things. A big goal for me is to increase my social connection. I'm reading the book. Speaking of things that are in my daily life, I'm reading the book right now, Why Brains Need Friends by Dr. Ben, who we just had on the podcast as one of our expert interviews. So not a product or service, but it is a book that I'm reading. It has caused me to be like, dude, I need so much more social connection in my life. And it is such a larger priority for me now. Like, the number of times I've actually picked up a call now that I usually would be like, nah, I'm too busy. I just don't do it now after reading this, after getting through this book. And I think I'm probably like halfway through so far. And it's just wild. Okay. So I'm trying to increase my social connection, and 6 is a great way to see what things actually boost that social connection. An example that I gave was that I used to work out by myself and just do workouts. Last year, I got bought like a 6 workout package for CrossFit for my birthday, which was yesterday. Actually, I just turned 30 yesterday, everyone. So happy birthday to me. But it was about a year ago that I got gifted some CrossFit classes, and I tried it out. And I was like, damn, this is actually kind of fun. Because I was a college athlete. I played college basketball, as you may know, and I missed the team workouts and getting to go do that. And so I went in, tried it out, and I was like, this is amazing. I love this. I love having the thing. It's always something new. I'm training my body in different ways. And it was awesome. And what I also started to notice is that 6 was giving me key moments during CrossFit classes. I was like, wait a minute, what? Like, this is crazy. Because you're with a class, you're socially connecting. And so it's just interesting, the data that 6 can give you. And so that's definitely one that's made it into the daily life faux show. The other one you see on almost every episode, but you may not be aware that it is actually a product that we've reviewed, but it is this Komuso Shift. I wear this thing all the time. Komuso Shift. I've got, this is the box it comes in and stuff. I've honestly been through multiple of these. One of them broke and they sent me another one, and shout out to them. Todd over there is Todd, April, they're amazing. Such a simple concept. And they even sent, I don't know if these are out yet. They might be, but there are these like fidget ones that is like a shift, but it's like you can play with it a little bit. I don't know if you could see that if you're watching this, but it's like, this is gunmetal. This is like a metal one, but the concept, and this one you can play with and put in your pocket. That's how I use it. Or if you ever see me on the podcast and I'm under the table and you see like hearing a noise or my hands are moving, I'm usually playing with this because it has all this stuff on it. Like, I don't know if you can see that, but you can like play with this. I've rubbed this off, but I'll see if I can you can kind of see it a little bit on there. It has this like texture to it and it's stretchy. I don't know. Helps me like focus when I'm able to fidget, which Chloe helped me understand is something that people with ADHD do. So I don't think I have ADHD necessarily, but if the shoe fits, I suppose. But the point being is the Komuso Shift, something I use literally all the time. I refer to all my clients. It's amazing. So many people ask me about this. I send them the thing. Like, it's awesome. You wear it around your neck. You put it in your mouth if you're feeling anxious, nervous, worried, scared. You want to just relax. If you want to just have a moment where you drop into your parasympathetic nervous system, you put this in your mouth, you breathe in through your nose, and then let the air out through this. And that's it. That's all you have to do. You don't have to think about anything, and it drops your nervous system into a calmer state by activating your vagus nerve. It's amazing. It's such a simple freaking concept and tool. I wear it all the time. People ask me all the time, is that somebody's ashes or is that a whistle? And I was like, no, this is a Komuso shift, and it helps stop a panic attack in 90 seconds. I did a course with them actually where I taught people how to quit smoking and vaping using this as a replacement. For like oral fixation and all sorts of stuff. So, and even kind of like the slight buzz that you can kind of get. It's not really quite a buzz, but you can feel your nervous system calm down when you even if you just do 10 breaths out of this, like that's it. And all you have to do is do that for a few times and you're chilling. It's awesome. So that's one that this is for years. I've been wearing this. I'll always wear one. I love it. I've gotten them as gifts. I can't speak more highly of it. I highly recommend it. Beautiful, beautiful science behind it. Definitely passed the lab test. So Shift's another one. Another one that I use that you probably don't see a ton is Apollo. This is a little device that you wear. I wear it on my hip. You can wear it on, they have a wristband you can wear too, but I'm already double banded. So you can wear it on your ankle too. Dr. Rabin, the founder, wears it on his like chest as a clip. But you can, all this does is it like vibrates and it calms your nervous system with vibration therapy, touch therapy, haptic therapy, whatever you want to call it. And one of the first senses that we learned that calms us in our moms is vibration. And so it's a great way to activate your parasympathetic, your rest and digest nervous system and calm you down. I freaking love this thing. The app allows you to schedule different vibes, right? So if you want to be more focused, it like, bzz, 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 bzz. If you want to be more calm, it's right. And it calms you. You can hold it even if you want. But I just, there's a little clip that you can use. I don't know if you can see that. There's a little clip and I just clip it onto my pants, like on my waistband, and I just wear it. And there's smart vibes too. So throughout the day, it is turning on when it needs to based on what you need to be doing in that day because it connects to your calendar. So if you need to be super focused on a flow block, it can help you be more focused and alert. If you're trying to take a nap, it can help you. There's literally a power nap thing that you can do that this will help get you into sleep faster and your nervous system fall asleep faster at nighttime. If you wear this at nighttime, I shit you not, it can help you stay asleep because it can sense when you're starting to wake up. Okay. And then it will turn on and gently vibrate you back to calm and back into sleep. It is freaking insane. I freaking love this thing. 2.0 is coming out. I'm excited for 2.0 when it does come out, but this is just the 1.0 version. I love it. Again, this is another one that I got as a gift that I gave to someone who was a super stressful job. And she like was in such high stress, but she would hold on to this and boom, it would drop her into like the first time she tried it, she was like, oh my God. And you could just see everything like collapse. And she was just like, wow. So highly recommend the Apollo Neuro device. It's amazing. This is a great one. All right. What else do I got? All right. Lumaflex. This is another one. We've had tons of red light companies on. I'm going to be honest, very skeptical, extraordinarily skeptical of red light devices and things like that. I do think it said it needed a little bit more research in the lab results, but I started using it myself as well after that episode because they sent us one. I was like, all right, I mean, whatever, I'll try it. The John, the founder, is also an athlete. CrossFit. I play a ton of basketball and all this stuff, but I've used this so often. It literally just sits right there. In other episodes, go back and you'll see it sitting right on my little counter, and you just turn this thing on, and it just boom, it's right there. But the thing that I love about, I'm not trying to blind myself or you guys, but the thing that I love about this is look at this. Look at how flexible this thing is. Okay. And so I've tried other ones that they're too rigid and you can't bend them and mold them and stuff. But this is such a flexible, it's like made for athletes. And I was just so surprised that it worked that way. And so it allows me to like bend it around different body parts. I can bend it around my knee and it actually covers my knee, right? So it's kind of interesting. I tweaked my back the other day I was like a month ago or maybe a month and a half ago. And I started doing this. Like I would just wear it almost all day, which probably not supposed to do. But when we talked to John, he's like, there's no upper limit necessarily. But what we recommend is, and I swear to you, like it used to take weeks to get like my back feeling better. But I was using this and I think I started using this and it warmed up my back. So I always felt better because it felt the worst in the morning. I put this on and it would feel loose. It would feel better. And then I was stretching and it just helped my body or my back specifically get back to where it needs to be. Is it placebo? Maybe. I don't know. But it is. if I'm being honest with you, it is something that I use all the time. And I never thought I'd say that about a red light device, to be honest with you, because I'm just like, there's not a ton of consumer research with consumer products on red light. It's mostly photobiomodulation research with like in a lab setting and all this stuff. So it's one of those things that I'm just like your test dummy. And anecdotally, subject group of one, this Lumaflex is definitely one that I use all the time. It's beaten up because I chopped it and I put it in my gym bag. And yeah, Lumaflex is a good one. Another one. Okay, so Prepare Your Mind is actually, we interviewed Erica, the CEO. She's awesome. They have all sorts of different products that I use. They're little attention chews. I literally ate one right before I hopped on here. But you just open this little tin. I'll show you one of them here. But you open the tin and it's just like cool packaging and stuff. One of the founders is the son of Robin Williams, crazily enough, and he created a whole fleet of products to help him through what he was struggling with after his dad died. And that's kind of how it all got started, him and his wife. Kind of wild, Zach Williams, and it's just nuts. So, but the attention chews are ones that I use all the time. Chloe loves these. Chloe is an ADHD queen, right? She's neurospicy, chemical engineer, biomedical engineer. I love her to death, but she definitely struggles with ADHD, and that's what her niche is. That's what she focuses on. That's what she helps people with. And these things have been life-changing for her from what she tells me. She'll reveal them too, I'm sure. And she gives them to her clients too and suggests them to her clients. So super simple stuff. They're these little chews. People think that they're supposed to be like gum or super squishy, but these are like hard initially, because what you're supposed to do is keep them in your mouth for a little bit, let them melt a little bit, get into your absorbing in your mouth first, and then you chew them, and then it becomes easier. Some people say they don't like the taste. I like the taste. These are the mixed berry ones. I've never had an issue with the taste, and I don't really care that much about the taste for something I'm using for my focus. So, but on days that I don't take my full nootropic, because I have, which we'll talk about here in a second, I have nootropics that I take as well to help with like focused attention, and just getting into flow state easier. For days that I don't take that full nootropic, I'll hit a attention chew and I'm just on it. It's insane, dude. Like, I love it. And there's no caffeine in them. So that's another thing. Like non-stim nootropics, I'm huge on, because I don't like that. Because I'm not someone that needs more caffeine. I love being focused, but I don't need more caffeine. So they've got L-carnitine, L-tyrosine, L-thurine, obviously the B vitamins. They've got some zinc, which is an interesting one. You don't see in a ton of stuff. Acetyl L-carnitine. There's not a ton of sugar in them. It's just I throw them in my backpack. It's super easy. It's like I'm out at a coffee shop and I need something in the afternoon. You can take these in the afternoon as well, because again, there's non-stim, no caffeine, which is so freaking, you don't always see that. All right. Let me just tell you. The other stuff that I take, oh my God, the other stuff that I take. First of all, omegas, you got to do that. Just basic ass omegas. I don't know that they're necessarily, no shade at Prepare Your Mind. I don't know that these are like the best on the market or whatever, but I ordered some of their other stuff and it's got 800 EPA and 400 DHA. It's got the 2 grams that you need. So I'm not saying that it's like, oh my God, these are the best on the market or whatever, but they're the ones that I use, and it makes it easy to reorder them because I order them with all my other Prepare Your Mind stuff. So if you want their omegas, awesome. I do take mine every single day. So that's all I'll say. One thing that I absolutely recommend you take is their mood magnesium. Oh my God. It should be illegal how good this shit is. I literally could not believe it when I started taking this stuff. Okay, I got the little sticks, the travel sticks, and I was like, we'll try this out, because I've tried so many of these things, and I'm huge on my sleep. I don't like messing with my sleep, and so when something messes with my sleep, it pisses me off, and I'm just very, very skeptical. No melatonin, baby, let's go. That's what I'm talking about. I cannot tell you how pissed it makes me when people put melatonin in otherwise great sleep products. They ruin it. Because I tell you, I study the brain for a freaking living, guys. My degree is in cognitive neuroscience. Like, I've looked at this stuff, and melatonin supplements, maybe to get you out of a funk or help with maybe some like jet lag or something like that, but terrible. Because what's happening is you are taking something exogenous that your brain usually makes inside your own brain. You're shoving it in there. So your brain's like, oh, well, I don't have to make anymore. And so eventually you get hooked. So your brain stops producing the melatonin because it's getting it from externally. So you have to keep taking more and more and more. And you're getting worse and worse and worse at making it. And just gets the gap between what you have to take externally to what you're making internally gets so big, and then people have to withdraw, and it's all this stuff. It's like, oh my God, stop taking freaking melatonin and start taking mood magnesium. Okay. Like, I love this stuff. I get stressed for real when I start getting towards the end of this bottle and I don't see a shipment coming through. Freaks me out. Okay. It doesn't just have one magnesium. It has three. All three that you need. Okay. You've got magnesium threonate. You've got magnesium malate and magnesium glycinate. Then there's L-theanine and some B6 in there as well. Some glycine, dude. If you've never taken glycine to help you try and sleep, please tell me. Please DM me about your experience of trying it for the first time, because your dreams will be absurd. They'll be wild. Okay. It's almost impossible not. But yeah, mood magnesium, of all Prepare Your Mind products, if I could only choose one, this would be it. I cannot live without it. And I do not say that often. I was the most skeptical buyer of this. They sent me a couple free things. I'm like, maybe not. But then I was like, okay, wait a second. I realized that I was about to run out of the free samples. And I was like, I cannot live without this now. Like, I need this. I want this. And I'm being hyperbolic. Like, on the nights that I don't take this, it's still fine and I'm okay. But I do sleep so much better. My scores on my Whoop, because I track my sleep so heavily and consistently, have just been in the green so consistently when I take this. Helps with muscle recovery. Yeah, I love it. The other thing too about Prepare Your Mind that is they don't advertise super well. 1% of all of everything that you spend at Prepare Your Mind, 1% of it goes to a nonprofit, a mental health nonprofit that Zach Williams helps with. It's amazing. They don't talk about that enough, in my opinion. But whenever you buy something from them, 1% of what you spend there goes to a nonprofit to help people with mental health awareness and decreasing the stigma of mental and emotional illness. Like, are you kidding me? No one else we've talked about today does that, what? That's so cool. So I love that. All right. Next up, we've got, let's talk Mojo. This is another nootropic. So again, similar, when I run out of attention chews and I'm in between attention chews or a nootropic or something, or I don't want to take my full nootropic, I'll get into some of these Mojo gummies. The one thing about these Mojo gummies is there is some caffeine in these, which initially scared me, especially when it says extra strength, because when things are too extra strength, it gets me, I get the palpitations and I don't like the way that it makes my heart feel. Or like my anxiety, which starts in my heart for me. That's where I notice it. These have not a ton of caffeine, just 60 milligrams, which isn't like almost less than a cup of coffee. I'm fairly certain, or it's in the range of a cup of coffee, but there is L-theanine as a part of it. Okay. And the caffeine is slow release. So you're not going to just get a caffeine shot to the dome. Like if you're taking C4 pre-workout or something and you're just getting itchy and like freaking shaking. I hate that. Honestly, that's probably where my caffeine, oh my God, a memory is coming back to me live. People, listen to this. When I was in college, I ordered supplements from bodybuilding.com and like protein and all the stuff. And whenever you got your box of supplements, they would send you samples of stuff. And so I wasn't a pre-workout guy really, and never have been, but they sent some C4, which is a type of pre-workout. I don't even know if it exists anymore, if it's even legal anymore, because it was so crazy, but they sent a sample pack. So I was like, oh, I'll try this out. Boom. I'm about to go to a basketball workout or whatever. I put in my thing. I like drink it, and I'm walking and I'm starting to get a little bit jittery, and I'm warming up on the bike, and like I'm like scratching, and I'm like starting to like everything is like super sharp and super focused. And I'm like, what the hell is happening? My heart is beating so fast. I'm starting to breathe and like hyperventilate a little bit. I'm like, what is going on? So I run into my coach's office, the strength coach's office. And I'm like, dude, like something's going on. He's like, did you take any pre-workout or anything like that? And I was like, yeah. And I showed him the little packet and stuff. And he's looking at it. He's like, dude, did you take this whole thing? I was like, yeah, I did. And he's like, this is 2 servings. I was like, oh my God. And I had just taken 2 servings of like probably 300 milligrams of caffeine and God knows what else in one thing. And I had never done it before, ever. And so he's like, dude, you're going to be okay. But you just like took like 300 milligrams, 400 milligrams to the dome. Like you're going to want to go run and you're going to want to start lifting like fast. So this stuff like metabolizes or whatever. Don't even know if that's a real thing, but that's what he told me to do. And it made me feel better. I think it's just because I got my focus off of what was happening in my body. But yeah, so things with caffeine, that absolutely is why things with caffeine freak me out, because now I'm just like, oh man, I don't want that to happen again. These gummies don't do that. There's L-theanine inside of them, which C4 does not have. Surprise, surprise. But the thing about Mojo is it's not just L-theanine and caffeine. It's adaptogenic mushrooms. So they have that's their whole thing. it's mushrooms. So lion's mane, cordyceps, ginseng. Let's see what else is in there. Cordyceps, yeah, malarius, ginger root. There's all sorts of beautiful things in here. There's Munica, purine, SAMe, which you don't hear. There's not that in a ton of many products or whatever. Point being is when you take these, you don't feel the jitters, you don't feel the anxiety. I've learned now on the back, I don't know if you can see this. Oh yeah, you can see that. On the back, they give you an example of like 1, 2, 3 and what you'll kind of feel and like what to take. Like if you take 1 to 1.5, there's a boost in focus and clarity. That's all I need, let me tell you. If you take 1 to 2, you'll find your flow and get in the zone. 2 to 3 is like a next level buzz. I'd probably pass out personally. And I'm a big person, so it's so interesting that so little of these things can like mess me up, but nevertheless, it can. But it literally says if you take 2 to 3 plus gummies at once, you'll be so hyper focused, nothing else will matter. They say that on here, which is hilarious, and I love that. They suggest 5 days on, 2 days off. I do way less than that because, again, it's when I'm between other things. If I don't have attention chews or whatever, I only take these in the morning because there's caffeine in them. So I would never take this. This is not something I hit in the afternoon. Attention chews I can hit in the afternoon. These are something I'd be taking like in the morning when I wake up if I need them. So love those. Those are great. That's something that we took. That's someone else that we had on the podcast. They passed the lab test. It was cool because we had their marketing team and their marketer, CMO, and then their like chief science officer guy. So that was a cool one. All right, next one. Dr. Doug's. So it's hard. You can't see it, but I've used so much of this. You can't even see it. But this Dr. Doug's Miracle Balm, this stuff is awesome. I started running more recently. I just did my first 10K at the end of October. It was the first time that I needed something like Dr. Doug's Miracle Balm. You can use it for chafing. They have recovery balm that's better than Icy Hot. It's all natural. There's only ingredients that you can pronounce, like organic beeswax, coconut oil, organic olive oil, magnesium chloride, lavender, peppermint, only stuff that you can pronounce. This started because the Dr. Doug is a neurologist. He's a brain doctor. He's kind of crazy, right? As most brain doctors are. And he does Ironmans where he's running and lifting, biking, all sorts of stuff, hundreds of miles. And what he would do on these is you start to like build a group and a community around because there's not only so many people to do this stuff. And he would just be putting stuff together himself, essentially. Like he'd be like, oh, I want some coconut oil. I want some lavender. I want some of this. And to make this balm that would help with blisters and all sorts of things that would happen that you would need. It was just a general purpose balm you could wear wherever. Literally, he would just like make it in his own little laboratory, essentially, is what they told us when we had him on the podcast. And then they turned it into an actual product. And so now Dr. Doug's Miracle Balm is the stuff I use. It's amazing. They've got stuff, you can put it everywhere. You can put it on your hands. I put it on my face for real. And I have really dry skin, especially during the winter in the Midwest. It's great for, again, I do CrossFits and my hands get gross, like my calluses and stuff. You can put it up on there to like soften it and stuff. Dr. Doug's Miracle Balms, another one, passed the lab results, and absolutely, I love it. They're like, you could eat this if you wanted, and I was like, okay, that's a weird flex. It's a weird flex. I'm just gonna be honest with you, but I fucking love that. I love that. Let's go. Let's do that. So, have I tasted it? No. Will I ever try to? Probably not. No. But am I happy that I could? You bet your ass I am. Okay, so that's Dr. Doug's. What else do I got? Oh, Oslo. You may think it's Haslo, but it's actually Oslo. We had the founder of Oslo on. These things are non-alcoholic beverages. Freaking love them. The lemon holy basil was my favorite one personally, but it's a adapted or a non-alcoholic like an NA drink, but it has adaptogens in it. So it's got ginkgo, ginseng, and magnesium. So 90 milligrams, 90 milligrams of ginseng, 20 of ginkgo, and 90 milligrams of magnesium. And these things are great for the afternoon. Not a ton of carbs not a ton of sugar that's added. It's beautiful. I freaking love it. It's delicious. There's a little bit of a tang to it. And it's not like being drunk. Like you're not going to feel that same buzz, the exact buzz. But if you're trying to not drink, and I don't drink at all. I haven't drank in like 8 years now. I just use water generally. But I have started using these Oslo drinks instead. They sent me an extra order even the last time we talked to them. Freaking love them. They're so good. I take them for if I'm just going to go hang out with some people. I'm going to the pool. It was just summer. It's great. I take them to the drive-in. Sometimes in the afternoon, if it's like a chill afternoon and I'm just trying to like kind of relax, but kind of be still in the zone a little bit, I'll drink an Oslo with lunch or like in that weird phase between like 3 and like 6 when you're kind of like zonked out and you're like, I'm kind of dead for the day. The magnesium in there helps kind of bring you back online. The ginseng, the ginkgo, like helps you get back in your focus and flow. And there's not caffeine in it. So again, it's not going to keep you awake. I personally would not recommend drinking it before bed. I would use something like the Mood Magnesium by Prepare Your Mind, because there is magnesium in it. However, there is the ginkgo and the ginseng, and research is mixed. Personal experience is mixed on whether that kind of wakes you up or kind of makes you more relaxed. For me, it helps me stay more focused and zoned in. It doesn't last for super long, but it absolutely is not something that it would keep me awake for sure if I tried to do it before bed. So for me, it doesn't work before bed personally, but maybe it could for you. I would try it out if you're curious about it. But I love Oslo. These are great. I drink them all the time. Highly recommend them. Only anything I drink because I don't drink a ton. All right, last thing that we'll talk about is Magnetic Mind. Love Magnetic Mind is my nootropic of choice. I love it. I always forget the name of it. Guayasa. Okay. That's their thing, is guayasa, this guayasa extract that they got from some tribe that chews these guayasa leaves, and helps them. It's not caffeine, but it may as well be. And it's amazing. There's no caffeine in these. It doesn't make you like so on edge that you're like freaking out like I was talking about. It's just cool little packaging. It's cool, right? So like it's got all this, it's got rhodiola, it's got L-theanine, it's got alpha GPC, it's like got all these really cool things. The B vitamins, all of them have the B vitamins, but it's got this really cool, never before seen, if you will, formulation. The founder's really cool. He's been in the space for a really, really long time. And they just came out with this like daily cognitive support, Magnetic Mind. This is my general go-to driver, has been my go-to driver. I came from MindLab Pro, which is another one I do recommend. We haven't had their founder on. I've met with him many times, worked with him for a while, Dave Wright over at Performance Lab. Love them. They have great products and supplements as well. I just haven't had them on. I did use MindLab Pro before I went to Magnetic Mind. MindLab Pro is kind of similar, but Magnetic Mind definitely packs more of a punch and you feel an absolute difference. It's amazing. I love it. And it doesn't, the most important thing is that you just don't feel like anxious. I hate feeling anxious like that. So that's huge. Love that. The other thing that MindRight is the name of the company. Magnetic Mind is their nootropic. And then they have these like nootropic bars. It's like a protein plus brain bar essentially. And it's wild how freaking delicious these things are. There's magnesium, there's MCT oil. They have some of the like cogniq or something, which is like whole coffee bean extract. So it's not quite like hardcore caffeine. You're not going to get the same hit as like a cup of coffee type thing, but it still kind of like wakes you up and such and helps you feel really good. And so I'm a faster. I fast generally. So I'm not like, I love breakfast. I just don't eat it in the morning. And generally what I'll do is on the weekends I'll work out, but they don't have afternoon workouts. CrossFit, I generally like to do the 4:30. If there was a 3:30 class, I'd hit that one every time. That's my perfect workout window, is 3:30 to like 4:30, a couple minutes to shower, and then I can eat and it all flows well. But I digress. I can't control everything. So 4:30 is when I generally like to work out. But Saturdays, they only have morning workouts. And I don't eat breakfast. And if you don't eat breakfast before a CrossFit workout, you're very likely to freaking die. So not something I'm trying to do. These are perfect though. Just enough carbs. There's tons of protein. They get you zoned in and focused. You feel good. It's perfect. I love it. Tons of fiber. Like these things are great. The other thing that this is great for is because it doesn't have caffeine, sometimes I'm asked to speak at these things that are at nighttime and it kills me. But if I eat one of these bars at nighttime with dinner or as I'm on my way to the thing, I am zoned in. It's amazing. I love it. And it helps so much. And I think I had a presentation like 7:30 the other night when I'm usually starting to wind down and my brain's like, oh, let's go to sleep. Ate this on the way and I was on fire, dude. It was great. Everything was clicking. Things were coming to mind. It was easy to focus. I didn't feel foggy. Like it was awesome. And then I slept perfectly that night as well. Cause again, there's no caffeine. It's only stuff that helps your brain. So these things are great too for MindRight. I use these all the time, at least once or twice a week, bare minimum when I'm using those. That's it. I mean, I think those are all the things in this batch, in this round of things that have made it into my daily life. That's a daily driver. Some I literally wear on me constantly. Others are never not in my fridge, but I either have monthly subscriptions to these or I've purchased them myself. Like or will whenever the free stuff kind of runs out or whatever. But those are things that they passed the, well, I guess Lumaflex we said needs more, I believe we said needs more research and stuff. Some of them we said needs more research, which is a conclusion we come to oftentimes, which we're working on for season 3. These are things that I use, which is more important. So I've tested them. They've been in my body for months, and they have, I'm the lab for you. They definitely, they work for me. They could probably work for you. So I'll drop the links to these in the subscription or in the description below, so you guys can check them out if you want. Any of those links, some of them we have affiliate links, some of them we don't. So if you use our links, it helps support the show and what we do here. But if you want to just go to their websites, you can do that too. Like, no pressure at all. We don't do this to get paid by these brands. They give us discount codes and things like that, so you guys can get discounts and such. But we've got to stay as objective as we can so that it doesn't ever appear like you are only saying good things about this brand. Surprise, surprise. They pay you. No, we've got to stay objective. So some of them we have affiliate links and things like that, but don't feel like you have to use them. Go check it out for yourself and stay curious. Stay curious with these things. These are some of the ones that I've been super curious with, and honestly, some of them even super skeptical about. But it passed my sniff test, so hopefully you want to check them out. And the other one that's kind of a sleeper is the book. Like, check this out. It's on Amazon. It's all over the place, wherever you want. Why Brains Need Friends. Dr. Ben just had a kid. Help support a new father. And he's a great scientist that has an amazing concepts and ideas and has studied social connection, human behavior for so long. So yeah, he's a great guy. Let me know if you guys have any questions about these. If there's a product or service you want us to check out next. Again, as always, DM us, drop in the comments. We're watching. We're paying attention. So let us know. And I'll see you next time on the Decision Lab. Have an awesome one. Peace.